Hi everybody, it's June Angel Pews. Come with the second part of our show and tell, I suppose it is, of felting, needle felting and felting in general. And I left you last time I left you with a package which I'll show you in 1 second. I just wanted to, sorry I'm moving this about, I've not positioned this very well at all because it's moving on me. Below it. Excuse all the mess in the background over there, look. I am trying to organise in the middle of crafting, and I'm not doing very well today. Well, I haven't done very well for the last couple of days. I should have got back to you yesterday, but I'm afraid it wasn't going to happen. So let me just show you, this is ever such a basic little booklet, sorry about that glare, on needle felting. And as it says, simple techniques, beautiful projects. And you can see that, oh dear, I'm sorry, these flowers, etc. is what virtually was on this sweater that I showed you yesterday. And it's this sort of book that you need to get just as a starter, or if you perhaps don't need books these days with YouTube, just go on YouTube and just have a good look around. I mean, basically this book is taking you through needle felting tools and supplies, the wool fleece that they use and the background fabrics, how they do the hand needle felting, choosing the wool, preparing it, cutting it, and freezer paper techniques. I'm not going to go into any of this because it would take us too long, and I'm not an expert. I just want to show you the things that I touched upon years ago and had a little fling at it all, and now and again go back and do a little bit depending what I'm doing. Some nice little projects, and they're all covered in this book. It just shows you basically the simple techniques. If you remember, we looked at that with the multi-needles. There's one using one needle to make a little circle. So if you need to get something like that, fair enough, it's there. It's what was it? In the US it was $14.95. I don't know what I paid. It wouldn't have been a lot because I don't pay a lot for books. Let me think. Yeah, about $9.99, I think, something like that, pounds. And it's very nice, as I say. And there's lots of resources and about the authors, and they can point you to the right places. So that's a little book. I also left you, touched upon, do you remember the rose pattern that you go into this and just pump away into the various, and I was going to try and make one, but I didn't even get to it. It was a crazy day yesterday, but you can see the idea, can't you? How you go on top of your brush or your sponge, whatever you're using, and then just do that pumping effect to get your shape. And I found that I didn't have to spend money like that. You can go and get cheap pastry cutters, loads of different sizes and loads of different shapes. I just happened to pick up a star one. I think this was 99p, dollar shop. And then of course we came across, had these from years ago. You'll be able to see through that. Can you see? trying to block it off so you can see the shapes. It's the shapes of the couple of diamonds, hearts, flowers, petal shape, etc. And they were just little biscuit cutters, which are ideal size. It's a half moon. This is a giggle. This box came with this in it. Now talk about one of these blooming metal puzzles. There's no way I've been able... Oh, wait a minute. Can I do it now? No, I can't. I've never... Yes, I can. There you go. I was just going to say I've never been able to get it in there. See, just goes to show. Me saying I can't, and I can. So, yes, that was a little half moon shape. So just give you an idea. You don't have to spend a lot of money on this sort of thing. I think that was about £5, you see. And there's just no need for it when you can go to your local hardware store or craft store and pick up those things. This is what I left you with yesterday, and this is a pack of a bit of everything when you want to do your own felting. And in there there's, I won't go through them all because I'll totally confuse you. There's things called bleach silk noils and a silk hanky, nothing like a hanky I can assure you, mulberry silk tops. That's the only one I love on its own, or mixed with the mulberry silk tops. You can mix this. This is called carded cocoon strippings, and this can be pulled out and layered on top of something else. You know, it could be another piece of felt, it could be fabric, it could be all sorts of things. I made a little purse once in a workshop that I did. Do you think I can find it? Can I, heck? And this is just so easy because you just spray water on it. It's got its own gum within the strippings. So what I'll do, I'll try and find a YouTube site for you to go and have a look and see what you can come up with using this sort of thing. Because after the first one, the first video, I got a comment from somebody, and I did feel a ninny. It had said, you know, when we were doing the soap, you know, massaging it and washing our hands, etc. And of course this lady, and rightfully so, would you be adding water to that? Because I didn't obviously mention that. And of course, yes, and I answered that, and then sent her a whole page full of YouTube sites that she could look at and explain far better than I. And I'll do the same with this one, and I'm sure there's plenty on there that I can find. You saw some of the wool I was using the other day. These are some that I can get at my local shop, but they're very short on the ground for colours. That's a lovely dusky pink, same dusky pink. That's a whitey beige, and that's as much as I can get. There is a green, but I don't like it. But of course you can, you know, dye your own and spray your own afterwards. So let me show you, this is very easy. This is something I picked up when I went to Jersey. I've been there a couple of years, where they have a textile exhibition and there's lots of workshops. And this is so easy. Sorry, should have undone all these before. Wasn't it awful when you can't find the opener? You buy the pack of felt. This is ready made for you. Beautiful colours, beautiful dyeing. I mean, if you want to get into all this sort of thing, it's wonderful. but there is an art to it, you know, and it's something I couldn't do. I know I couldn't. And I haven't got the facilities here either, really. I've got the tiniest kitchen you've ever come across. So I prefer to buy this sort of thing in, and then I can go and do it to my heart's content. And all you do, you've got, these are included in the pack that you buy, and this is from, remember the lady's name? These are felt flowers, they're called. No, oh, what a shame. I'll try and find her name. I can't remember it. She's very, very good. She does some fabulous jewellery. I'll try and find out her link, her website, and put that you know, below this as well. Okay, so yes, all you do is cut these out, you know, put them onto your felt, cut them out, cut out, you know, to the middle but not going right through, and you end up with these are already glued. Is what you would do if you wanted to actually do the flowers themselves. You'd do this with a wood glue. Well, this is what she uses. I would imagine you could use any sort of runny glue, but she uses Evo-Stik wood glue with an equal amount of water, and work it into both sides of the felt with a stiff brush. That's to get it right inside. Now, if you're doing a few, you'd obviously do the whole piece of felt. But if you're just doing a couple you want for, you know, a project, you could do it once you'd cut it. Cut the rounds, that is, and then cut it out in the petals. So imagine this is all soaked in that mixture. You just sort of hold it there and dig your paintbrush end into that to give it this effect, and cut your leaves. And there's the beautiful flowers. I love them. They can be used for so many things. You can layer them up. They are beautiful. So effective. And that's a really easy thing to do. Very therapeutic, because you're touching, kneading, feeling the wool. I'll show you a couple more of those because they're so lovely. You can imagine, can't you? Instead of using paper, just for a change, you know, use the felt you've either made or bought. Mix it, not mix, that's not the one, work it into the felt, and the wood glue or whatever glue you're using, it's obviously the wood glue is what she recommends, and you're away. Simplicity. You let them dry, obviously. You can reshape them as they dry. You know, make the petals do different things. They're super duper. Okie doke. Put those there. Right. So let's have a couple of things that people have done with felting. These these are poppies. I'm mad on poppies. I love all flowers, obviously, but this one, that's a brooch. It's lovely, isn't it? You can buy all these separately and make them up yourself, or you can start right from the very beginning with your felt and you know, make these up. I love them. This is one. This actually was from a sweater. Do you remember I said, oh no, it didn't on this one, sorry. One of the things that you can do to make felt, if you don't want to go through all the paraphernalia of making it from scratch, is to have, to obtain or find, if you've got one, 100% wool jumper, sweater, cardigan. Boil it up in your washing machine, you know, your boil program. Put it into whatever you're using, into a pillowcase, because it gets everywhere in your machine. You'll regret it, because it'll the fibres will stick to all your clothes for weeks on end. You have to really clean your machine out afterwards. So it's not an easy job. It is easy, but it's fiddly and time consuming. So that was made out of a sweater. That's another one of those. There's one that was literally from making her own felt and getting it to a stage when it was really too thick for felt, but this is what she wanted to make that particular poppy. And that again, she's put that on there. This was a lady I met at one of the workshops, and she'd got a shop on eBay. I don't know whether she still got it. I'll have to have a look. There's another one, very similar to that one. It's a smaller one. That's the same as that one. Then there's a huge one. I love them, absolutely love them. This is a brooch as well. But you know, you could put that on some wool or lace or something like that. Could do all sorts with them. There's another one of the just lightly felted, you know, just pulled out, teased out. Very, very easy to do. And this one, I love this. This is a garland. It's actually, it was advertised as a necklace. And it's just beautiful. Look at that, the way it's been done. Gorgeous. And there's leaves. And then you would double it round. Yeah, you can put it exactly how you want it, but that's how it is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I mean, I've got loads of others, other flowers, but I'm not going to stand here showing you these all night, so I just brought out the poppies. That's a nice one. Just trying to work out. Yeah, I think that's from felt, and she's made the stem and the leaf in black. Again, made it as a brooch, because in November, of course, we have our Remembrance Day for all that were killed in all the world wars. Both world wars, sorry, and all the other wars that have been and are still going on, remembering all those that died. And we make quite a big thing of it in Britain. So that's that one. And this one, oh, I fell in love with this. It was quite expensive, but I had to have it. Look at that. Look at the size of it. That's my hand. It completely buries my hand, look. That's sort of the poppy before it comes out properly. The leaves. Oh, it's fabulous. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? I must try and find her for you. If I do find her, I'll put I mean, it's a long time since I spoke to her or got in touch with her about buying on eBay, so I'm not 100% sure she's still, might not be doing anything. I don't know, she might not be selling on eBay, it might be on something else, but I will try, and if I find her I'll definitely put a link down. Isn't it fabulous? It's my favourite, that is. I adore it. Okay, that. Flat bit of felt I made. I made several pieces in a workshop that we did in our local museum, and this was just a rough piece of felt, you know, ordinary bought felt, and then I felted into it. As you can see, the different textures. I think I was trying to do a landscape and ended up doing this free form effects, so the beads, and that's just a simple couching. Couching is just where you lay your thread, whatever it is, and just anchor it down every so often. And the sequins, beads again. These were from a necklace from my mum. A little bit of embroidery, not a lot, because I'm not wonderful at embroidery. Not freestyle anyway. That's oh, that came off a sari scarf, as I remember. That's a bit of what's it called? Liquid pearls. Is that what it's called? A bit of glitter there. So that's the back with all my terrible stitching. But I'm one of these, I don't look at the back because nobody else does. I mean, obviously if you were in an exam situation it would be very different. But so that's that. Oops. Just on a tiny note, only because it's the first thing I can see to show you next, and this was just a little thing I was experimenting with, how I could make little bits and bobs for my ATCs or collage, whatever, and it's just how you sort of get a piece of felt and cut it all so it looks like a little flower. Okay, and this was one of those felt balls, which reminds me, I'll tell you something in a minute, yeah, you know, with all the tiny seed beads sewn all around. I'm sure you've seen them before. I think you start off like a clock, if I remember rightly. You know, 12, 3, 6, 9, etc. So that's those. The needle felting, I did do one thing. Did I? Have I got it? I don't know whether I've got mine with me. What's this? No, I don't think I have these. Oh, it is. It is. That's mine. Little brooch. Ever so easy, look. Yeah? Scotty dog. This is an art doll. Again, it's all felted. You see? You can do so much with it, that's the thing. There you go. Okay. Mermaid. I love my mermaids. And she's on a string, so she sort of hangs up and just floats around. That face. There's a tail. I was never very good at figures. There's some gorgeous ones here that I've bought from tutors, etc. These are from Nicola Brannigan, and I've got her details that on here. Let me see. Yes, I'll put the details on at the bottom again. That's her. This is Woody, February 2012, and it's Nosy Toes Bears. Okay, look at him. Isn't he fabulous? I just fell in love with him, and there's a smaller one. She's got used all these, look. Fabulous. And these are made obviously by experts, not by people like me. It's an art, I believe. I don't think it's something you can just pick up and do. Isn't it gorgeous? So that's him. And he's got, oops, a smaller brother. I think he's his brother anyway, and he's little Duncan. And he's from the same Nosy Toes Bears. Nosy Toes Bear. I love the expression on the faces. I think they're fabulous. And he's got these dungarees on, look. Blooming marvellous. The braces. The buttons. Move, look. Fabulous. These are my two favourites. These are always on display somewhere in my craft room. I take him wherever I go because I adore him. He's a brooch. Well, he wasn't, but I stuck the brooch on him because I like to wear him when I go to workshops or anything like that. Look at his face. He's called Licorice. Isn't he gorgeous? Look at that little thing. Look. I love him. Really love him. My battery's flashing, so I've got to be quick now. This is Angel Gabriel, I believe. Look at those long arms. Look, proper teddy bear. Because proper teddies have long arms, don't they? I love, again, as I say, the expression on the face. Isn't it fabulous? Aren't they gorgeous? There you go. These wings are detachable. I've just got them stuck in with a pin, if I remember rightly. And he just sits, he doesn't... And then one last thing I just wanted to show you. This is from a tutor, a friend of mine, Annette Ems, and I have got her details, which I'll put on for you again down there, all being well. And these are just toppers that were for her cards. I bought a few cards from her. They're fabulous. This is all felt. It's needle felted into there. Her paper faces are her stamp, her, what's it called? Her trademark, really. So simple, but definitely her. They're lovely, and she shows you how to do those and get the different textures. Aren't they lovely? The heart there. So that's Annette. Okay, so that's it. I have got more to show you, but I think you've probably seen enough. And I'll try and put the links that I talked about if I don't do them before, you know, I upload the video, because they take a bit of finding, I will add them later, if that's all right with you. So take care, everybody. I hope you have, it's Saturday night. I hope you have a lovely Saturday night for those who are going out. I'm stopping in to watch the X Factor because I love it. Stopping in. I never go out. And later on I hope to meet some of my lovely Skype sisters on Skype. Okay then, so I'll see you later, everybody. Have a good evening and a lovely Sunday when you wake up tomorrow. Good night, God bless. Bye-bye. Bye.